All right, so I was playing around with the stream here today, trying to see if I could stream at 4K. All right, so I was playing around with the stream here today, but yeah, I just gotta keep testing that. But anyway, market has opened, so we're gonna just concentrate on the markets for right now. See what we get here. Okay, we are live. Okay, cool. Nice. So market is open, and again, just looking at where we are right now, we have the market open up here around 6 p.m. and we had some buyers trying to push the market up. Unfortunately, they were not successful. Market went down. So we're going to be looking for short opportunities today based on what the market gives us. So we will see. We have our strategy enabled. We want to make sure we're risking $150 across the board. Yesterday, we did end up with a loss of about $200. So roughly 1 R, a little bit more than 1 R. I'd say 1.5 R. Yeah, we're gonna see what the market gives us today. And we will go from there. Just want to make sure that everything is good here. All right. Cool. So market opened up here, a little bit of consolidation, some sellers coming in, pushing down the market. But now market is making an impulse to the upside. Let's wait and see what happens here. All right, some more sellers coming in. But also kind of getting trapped here. And we want to make sure we know where we're at in terms of the macro views as well. So we are below the previous low week for the week at 365. For the day, okay, so we are just at the previous low of the day, 24,783.5. Let's mark that because we're right there. 24,783. So this is the low 780. this is the low of the day. And we are looking to rally up here. 24,856 is the value area high. We may see a 856. Wow, almost perfect. 856. Okay. So we're seeing a bounce from the value area low. Tricky market. We're in the middle of both the VAL and the low of the previous day. So we're gonna just be a little careful here, see what happens. We had some buyers come in here at 24,780, pushing the market up. All right, some more buyers coming in now. Let me see where we're at in terms of the previous month, since we are at the new month here, February. So previous low of the month is 25,025. 25,025. Okay, previous low of the month is right here, 0.25. All right, so this is our these are our kind of structures today. Ooh, buyers up here. Let's see if these buyers get trapped here. It may take a early trade here if these buyers get trapped. Okay, they did not, so we're looking for sells, as mentioned. Market is doing a very healthy retracement here. We may hit this 25,025 line. This is the monthly low. And then get a pullback or get out an impulse to the downside. We'll see. We're going to be very patient here and see exactly what we have for the day. Right now we passed the value area low for the day, for the previous day. And we have some movement here. Trap some sellers down here. So selling is still the bias. It's going to be a little bit riskier, knowing that we have some trapped sellers down here. But again, it's still our bias. So let's just continue to patiently wait for our kind of structure here. All right, we're losing some volume to the upside. I like what the volume is doing here. 10 minutes into the market open, volume is dying down to the upside here, which is very good, at least for our short idea. Still got about 5 minutes to this 15-minute zone to close. All right, let's see what we have. Patiently waiting here for a move. All right, buyers stepping in here. Let's see if they get trapped or they move the market up. Volume increasing to the upside. I don't like that increase at all. Okay. So some setters here getting trapped, or buyers rather. I want to see some setters stepping in here. How's the volume looking? Wait for it to 942. All right, some setters got trapped up here, or some buyers rather. Setters kind of taking control. Waiting on a pullback here. See if we get some setters stepping in here. All right, 942. I don't see any setters wanting to come into this market here. Volume is dying down to the downside. Yeah, I think we're pushing this up a little bit here. Here we are. I don't see any sellers coming in. Volume is dying to the downside. I think we're going to be targeting 25.025. Let's see. So next volume at 44. Let's see where we're at. Why are you still trapped here? I would love to see some setters stepping in. Yes? No? Volume dying down on this impulse to the upside now, which is good for us. 2050 to 2688, just no sellers coming in. So we have to wait. No sellers coming in at all. Still waiting on sellers to come in. $9.44. Okay, another set of buyers up here. Do they get trapped? Okay, losing momentum. I like this. I could probably take a sell here. I just need confirmation from sellers, but it's going to be 2 micro contracts. If I get a seller confirmation here. Yeah, no sellers coming in. We had some loss of volume going up and buyers getting trapped here at the top, but sellers are not wanting to get in at this level. So buyers look like they still have control. Buyers still in control. If I had like a nice seller here, I would probably take the sell. We'll take this trade here. All right, I'm on the sell. I like that. I like that move down. I'm selling here this top. Stop loss above these buyers. They're trapped. If we break this level, I don't want to be in this trade. I'm on with 3 micros. Let's see if sellers come in and help us out. I want to see some volume come in here.
Order canceled.
Okay. So sellers, buyers got trapped. Sellers came in, but no volume to the downside. I'm down $150 on the day. It looks like they still have, buyers are still in control here. So we're gonna patiently wait for another setup here. I really like that setup though. We lost volume to the upside. Nice little move down. Sellers getting involved, but yeah, got stopped out. So we will see what happens. Can you imagine if I got wicked out? I mean, if I get wicked out, it's just another. It's just another trade. We'll have another opportunity here. Yeah, down $162. Market starting to push down a little bit here. Sellers trying to get involved. So it looks like it was, it was a little early or just too much of a tight stop. Let's see. It's literally just like wick me here and then push down. So we'll see. Okay, very tight range here in the market. All right, market wants to push up. Looking for this 25,025 level. That is the previous low of the month. Let's see if we hit it here. If we do, we may see some reaction. Market's doing some price discovery here. Sellers getting in down here. All right, more sellers coming in here. So now sellers are trying to get involved. They're trying to push the market down again. But it looks like they're about to get trapped here. Let's see what happens. See how big this opening range was. Wow. 1,100 points on this opening range. Very big volatile move. Like 1,000 ticks, not points. Ticks. All right. Market lost momentum to the downside, trapping some buyers. Some sellers. I could take a buy here and just target this high, but it's just too risky. See, these sellers got trapped here. Buyers coming in. The market clearly is bullish right now. We're still looking for shorts. So our bias has not changed. We will be targeting shorts for today. So we'll see. We're going to continue to target shorts here. I mean, the market is losing momentum to the upside. I just tried to take this trade here. It was a little, not that it was a little early. I just didn't get the sellers to come in. I mean, I had volume on my side. Yeah, sellers did just not want to participate here. All right, so some sellers moving the market down. Buyers getting trapped here. Let me see if I get another seller. If I get another seller come in, then I will. It's just very volatile. Well, I only have one micro contract here. Moves are just too big. And another buyer here. getting trapped. Waiting for some sellers to confirm. Just the market is moving way too fast. Market is moving way too fast, way too aggressively. All right, so the sell idea was, it was solid. Too big of a tight stop loss. Again, I'm looking at the contracts and seeing that, hey, it's going to be like if I have a wide stop. But yeah, it's very hard to like really precise the market these days. Too much volatility. I may have to use wider stops but again, with $150 risk, then the contract is, they're always going to be they're going to be smaller. But a wider stop there would have definitely been helpful. But okay, we are still in this. We're looking for shorts. Market continues to go down. We may see a bounce here at this level, the 24,780 level. Actually, it's 24,783. Yeah, 83.25. That is the daily low of the previous session. Where is my text tool? Okay, let's just put here. I'm gonna create an indicator here to mark these automatically. Actually, let's just put previous low. Okay, type today. Previous low of the day. All right, so this is the previous low of the day. This is the previous low of the month. I'm gonna create an indicator today to work on this. Of the month. And then 24,700 is what this line is. It's not the week. Yeah, I don't know what that is on a previous line. So, all right. So again, short idea was on point. Looks like we just dropped what? 800 ticks. However, my stop was a little too aggressive. But let's see, we get another opportunity to enter here. All right, sellers coming in under this low. Jesus, just moving like crazy. I really can't get in here. because my stop would have to be on top of these buyers here. That's not even not even one contract. So I have to wait for a pullback, and then market to create a new trap. I just may need to trade a bigger account. Maybe trade like 100,000 account where I can like risk $1,000 per trade, and then that way I can have a much wider stop. Let's see what's the going price here for take profit trader. So right now, yeah, market is just melting. Would have been great to have a good wider stop there. Okay, let's see. So, for take profit trader, a brand new, let's say the 100K account. More setters coming in. $198. So $200 for a 100K account. The problem with the 100K account is it's a 1 to 2 profit target to drawdown level. I wonder how much money do you need to... Okay, let's see if I can just find... All right, more sellers coming in. Again, the market just melting away. But yeah, we're not in it because we got stopped out here. Probably could have re-entered here as well, just on this break, on this trap again. But yeah, just such a difficult yeah, we want to see the buyers getting trapped and then the sellers coming in. So let's see the volume profile for this range here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. So drawing tools. Oh, more buyers coming in. Okay, 1 second. So more buyers coming in. Let's see if I can get a... Waiting for sellers to come in and confirm this trap here. Okay, lost momentum to the upside. Just need a pullback here and like a seller to just come in. Amazing. Waiting on sellers to confirm. And it's going to be a very wide situation here as well. Okay, just going to wait for sellers to confirm. In the meantime, I want to draw an order volume profile on this. Okay. So right now we are on the low volume node. Let's see if the sellers can take control here. I mean, it looks like it, but we may just get a pullback. That's why it's very risky to trade here. Yeah, you see more buyers stepping in. It's very risky to, if we get like this, like a huge volume increase and sellers down here, I may just sell this. This is a very risky trade though. This is a much more risky trade than what we took before. It's a riskier trade. Losing volume to the downside. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a pullback. I don't like this. So I'm gonna wait for a pullback. We are at the low of our range here, and you know, we have a huge decrease in volume going down, as you can see here. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for a pullback. I think we're losing momentum to the downside, and we may get a. Oh, okay. I'm definitely gonna get in here.
Order submitted.
All right, we're on with 4 contracts. I think that was a very nice impulse and increase in volume. Yes, sir. Let's just see sellers supporting this move now. We got a nice little uptick in volume from 22 to 29. We just need volume to be on our side here. Okay, looks like we're about to get stopped out. Okay, sellers defending this.
Order canceled.
Okay. So waiting for the pullback was the move. I really like this increase in seller activity. I mean, it was just amazing. But we did not get the follow through out of this range here. So we're down $300. So down 302 for the day. I'm taking one more trade for the day, and if I lose this trade, then we will call it. So I really like that. I really like that move down. I mean, it was at a low, but I like that breakage of this low here with all that volume. I think it's an amazing move. However, we just did not get follow through on sellers. Volume did not come in, and we lost this trade. So buyer stepping in again, waiting for the pullback. It was a risky trade. I mean, no question about it. And I mentioned multiple times, you know, probably wait for the pullback is a better trade. Let's see here the volume profile. All right, so we have this node, this low volume node here at 24,652. Also up here where the market to control the buyers here. And here you could tell sellers to control, trap more buyers in this area and pushed it down. So we're just going to wait for a bigger pullback. I don't think that was significant enough. We may get like a push down now here and then a pullback to this LVN zone. So let's wait. I think I'm needing to be just a little bit more patient today. Market dropped 1,000 ticks already. Kind of wanted to get involved. I always do this. I don't know why I dragged this by mistake. Same as input. Okay. Yeah, I definitely wanted to just get involved in the trade. I mean, again, we're down 1,000 points. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. I'll reload this indicator here for a second. Okay. All right, a lot of buyers stepping in down here. So again, took me out, very tight stop. This buyer was protected, or this buyer stayed trapped. This level was protected by these sellers. And then more sellers coming in here. I mean, Jesus. This is just such a crazy market. Down 300 bucks. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So my analysis in terms of like directional bias is it's kind of on point. I'm struggling with my entries here a little bit. Here just very tight stop loss again, and you know, wasn't able to really participate in this move down. Just took me out, and then you know, melted. Same goes here. I mean, this was a riskier trade for sure. This is something I was very aware was a very risky trade. I mean, we were already at the low. Volume had gone down. This print here was really interesting to me. But what probably was happening here is a lot of people at this low, you know, they were trying to buy and had their stop losses. So it was like a liquidity sweep here where they just pushed the market down. All these stop orders got activated, and then the market went up slightly. It's definitely what it kind of looks like. No, that happened. But yeah, we're gonna continue to wait here for a deeper pullback back to the 24,650 level, and then we will see if we can get in. Yeah, market just melting here. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Would have been such an amazing trade. Look at this, 1,500 ticks. I mean, just crazy. All right, some sellers here at the bottom. We lost some volume here, but volume picked up very nicely. All right, here's the pullback. Let's see if it starts here. We'd love to see a pullback to the 24,650 level at least, which is this just general area of low volume node. All right, some buyers getting in here. This is the pullback that we're kind of waiting for. Okay, reaching the 24,650 level. There's a lot of buying power here. So we need to see volume slow down. I don't like this huge increase in volume to the upside. We need to see a slowing of the momentum. We're probably going to reach a little bit higher. Maybe 24,678. So 678 around here. Even 24,756. We have to see what the market does here. Again, yeah, volume increasing to the upside. Not a good idea, or not good for our short idea. Let's wait for market to push up here now. Should see a bigger push here. 24,678 at least. Potentially 24,756. All right, see what happens. These sellers may hold now. These sellers may hold the market. Let's see. We want to see volume dying down to the upside too. Having volume here on this retracement. Okay, volume dying to a little bit here. Let's see a little bit more of a drought on the volume. Volume's still high to the upside. Would love for it to die down a little bit more. Maybe another impulse. Yeah, there you go. Push the market up a little bit and then lower the volume. All right, so we're losing volume here. Is this really where we're going to turn around? I want to see a much deeper retracement. The problem with this type of retracement, yeah, I want to see a different, like one more wave. I want to see a deeper 24,678 at least. We gotta be very patient here. I don't want to rush this trade. Obviously, it's my last trade of the day if it's a loss. And yeah, volume is dying down very nicely. There's no momentum. There's no buyers in sight trying to push this market up. Died to 1,800. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for a bigger retracement because it's a little bit risky to get involved here. I want a better correction. This has been a little bit of an unhealthy move. Yeah, very tight range here. I want to see a breakout to the upside for another impulse, a deeper retracement. I mean, it's just it's not breaking the zone though. Kind of a tricky one here. Kind of a tricky one here. See a retracement to like 24,756 or something. Just focus on the process. See what happens here. All right, that's kind of what I want to see. I want to see a move up. I don't think we go from here, honestly. I want to see a deeper retracement. But I may be wrong. It's happened before multiple times today already, so. I mean, I haven't been wrong about the general direction. Again, it's just the entry. I have to work on being figuring out in terms of what's okay, so let's see. While this thing ends up deciding what to do, let's look at let's look at the take profit trader. Okay, so what is the payout? Let's see what the payout level is. All right. Okay, so still very tight consolidation here. Definitely not wanting to get involved. So we'll see what happens if we break this 24,650 level. Okay, cool. So still waiting to see some sellers here involved. This is very risky just because of how tight this consolidation is. So I'm not getting in here. But yeah, let's see if we get another push up to the 24 650 level. We ideally want to see 24 756. Nice little healthy pushback retracement. So we'll just be patient here, especially because again, you know, I'm down two trades here today. Um Again, good ideas in general. This one maybe a little bit more risky. Probably should have just waited for the pushback again. I saw this huge move here, but I did get a little confused by just stop loss being closed there due to this low. So that's just bad trade on my end. But yeah. So here I was you know, kind of a good idea. You know, we had these trap buyers here. Sellers got involved down here. It's just we lost volume. We didn't get a nice impulse to the downside immediately, and we got stopped out. Had a little, you know, retracement here, and then just the market just melted here for 1,500 points. So again, looking for another pushback to this zone here, the 24 750 maybe. We'll see what happens when it gets to 24 678, which is the top of this range here. See if we get some momentum from here and it keeps going up, or if we get some volume going down and then we can sell from this area down. So we'll see. We'll keep the stop loss above this LVN, and then just patiently wait for the market to show an opportunity here. Okay, in the meantime, let's look at Take Profit Trader. What I want to know is, so I know for the 25K, there is a level of 2,500 or 1,500 rather, where you need to make it in order to get a payout. But I don't see, what is the level? It's probably another 6,000, because the profit goal for the profit goal for the 100K account. Oh, there's a 152. So for the 150 account, you have 9,000 profit target, 4,500 trading drawdown. So I wouldn't be able to risk $1,000 either. $1,000 a trade, you'd be looking at basically 3 trades. So I would only be able to risk about, with the 150K, I would risk $450 a trade. How much is the 150K? Let's see. So it's 216. But again, you're looking at a profit target of 9,000. So risking 450 a trade, I mean, you got to be able to make a few trades here to reach the 9,000 limit. Let's see what the withdrawal level is. Okay, buffer zones. Okay, got it. So for the 150, for the 150 account, the buffer zone is 154,500. So you have to make 4,500. Okay, so it's the drawdown level is what they're using. So whatever the drawdown level is, whatever the drawdown level is what they have as the buffer zone level. So for the 150K, you're looking at 4,500. Okay, yeah, so it's still about 10 trades. So it's still about 10 trades, right? Yeah, 4,500 divided by 450. You're still looking at 10 trades. Or 10R. Not 10 trades, but 10R. 10R in order to hit the buffer zone. Very tight consolidation here. Definitely want to be careful. Still waiting for a move up for sure. So, I mean, risking 450, it's what, 3 times more my risk now. So anywhere there was, three micros, it'd be 90 micros. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely do something with 90 micros for sure. But the problem would be yeah, the problem would still be the 9,000. You have to make 9,000 to pass the account. At 450, a trade, you're looking at 20R, right? So times 20R, it's going to be 9,000. So you have to make 20 Rs, 20 risks in order to pass the account. Definitely doable in a month, but yeah, it's just another level of yeah, kind of another level of trading here. I see what he meant. Okay. All right, so if I go to all right, so this is the retracement that we've been waiting for. Okay, cool. So this is the retracement we've been waiting for. 24,678 level. So 670. Let's see what happens here. We did have an increase in volume in this retracement. I've been a little impatient. I got to just like dial it down a little bit. Definitely been a little patient. This was a very impatient move. I saw all these sellers come in, but it was just stop losses being triggered, not actual sellers entering the market. So that's kind of on me. But yeah. So we have our retracement. We have some volume to the upside. We may see a decrease in volume here as we do this move down, and then we want to see another move moving up here to the 24, at least 24,744, potentially targeting 24,756. I mean, we can go as deep as 24,837 based on this low volume node here. We may want to revisit this here. Let's see what the market gives us and where we start losing some traction. In the meantime, I just purchased another 50K account. I had some rewards on Take Profit Trader. Let me see, past test. So create new 50K. Next. All right, CG. Okay. So we're gonna add well, that's cool. Nice. Okay. So I just picked up another 50K account. That is so cool. All right, with the rewards. So I didn't pay anything for it. Well, I mean, a lot of burned validations. That's pretty cool. So now I have a 25K funded account, pro account, and we'll soon have a 50K valuation that I will trade. There, I could risk a little bit more. I guess not that much more. The Drawdown is only 2,000, so I can invest 200 bucks instead of 150. It's not a huge thing. All right, some sellers coming in at this top. We are at the 24.6. Well, we passed 678 level. 678.25. I don't believe sellers are going to push this down here. I don't think we're going to win. We may see a little bit of consolidation, but I think we're going to continue to push up. Keep dragging the wrong thing. When you drag one of the elements on the indicator, it moves it to a different panel. Need to fix that. All right, let's wait for this to load. Yeah, I don't think we stop from here. I mean, we want to see what the market does, but honestly, I think the market continues to move up here, at least to the 24,750 level. So waiting for another push up. All right, market moving down a little bit here. I still don't believe in this move down. I think we still go up a little bit more, but we'll see. If I get a yeah, maybe these sellers stay in control. I mean, they're rejecting it very nicely. If I see a pullback here and get some buyers involved, and then they get trapped, then we will try to short one more time. Let's see what happens here. Back into this range here. Still definitely looking for shorts. This is so cool. I just got a free I mean, I have to connect and disconnect to see it. Oh, we'll just do it. Whatever. I have to reload everything anyway. I'm gonna connect again to the data feed. So cool. All right, I just got a valuation, free valuation, 50K, and then 302 on the pro account for today. Negative 302. Why does it say delayed? What? Let's reload the data feed here. Should not say delayed. I mean, I'm not interested in trading here anyway, so it's okay. If anything, I want to see a move up here. Strategies. Take profit pro. Okay, I got both accounts there. Enabled. 150. Cool. All right, so a lot of buyers here. Trying to push this market up. I don't know if I get a break here. That'd be interesting. If I got a break here. Yeah, no, market's gonna keep pushing up. I'd be committing the same mistake I did here, which is like getting in on a low. See what happens. Uh-oh. The temptation to get in here. No, I'm not gonna get in. I'm just gonna wait. I'm very tempted to get in here. If I didn't have two losses already for the day. See? The importance of being patient. It's at a low. You don't want to get in at this low. So happy I did not trade here. Um, Gotta work on being more patient. I had a very like interesting setup. You know, you got buyers trapped, sellers coming into the market. Yeah, no, very happy to not get in. Let me see this situation here. All right, more buyers getting involved here. I think I'm gonna get like a pullback up here, right? Or no? What do you think? Not necessarily. Losing volume to the upside here. Hmm. Okay, yeah, FOMO kind of trying to kick in a little. Just gonna let this ride, even if it's, you know, gonna be it. I'm gonna let it ride just because I don't like how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like I'm gonna miss this move. You know, you want to trade from a state of mind that is balanced. So I'm gonna just let this ride. Keep my stop up here. Again, my initial, you know, kind of idea is that we are gonna see a new high here. Deeper retracement. Because this was just, well, first this was a very unhealthy move. So this retracement was evident. This actually is a pretty healthy move here. So this was a problematic move. Um, so let's see what happens. All right, losing momentum to the upside. Problem is I have one trade left here on this pro account. Alrighty. Cool. Let's see what the market gives us. So in the meantime, we're gonna take a look at I'm actually reading this book. A couple books I picked up lately. It's really helping me with trading psychology. One is Tom Hogarth, Best Loser Wins. what an amazing book. Just a really, really amazing book. And we have The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. It's not trading related per se, but it it highlights the benefits of compound um, efforts. Just momentum and the small, quote unquote, easy things in life that when we do them, it actually brings or takes us to the next level. Um, it's very interesting book. The whole quote unquote thing, there are easy things to do, but there are also easy things not to do, or at least many times easier not to do. Um, so it's a very, very good book. Helps us understand that success does not come in a home run. It's just small, continuous efforts at something, towards a goal. And I think that really, it skyrockets progress when we have our viewpoint as I'm gonna make one small step towards a goal, then trying to get a home run. Um, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens here today. A little bit in losing streak. So I was up 14. Was it 1450? 14. Yeah, like 1450, 1460. I was like $100 from 1500. And I'm now sitting at. Let's see. See right now. I'm now sitting at 25,900. So about $500 difference, right? Which is the $200 we lost yesterday, roughish, and 300 today thus far. A little bit of a drawdown here. What do we have? Like 3-4 back-to-back losses. So trying to just stay focused on the markets, not let that impact performance. A lot of times when we take losses, it's difficult to process in our minds. Our minds, it wants to avoid pain, and something that I've noticed is that when you take a lot of losses, just take some coffee here. When you take a few losses, especially back to back, you're gonna have the tendency to kind of revenge trade, like go in the market and prove the market wrong, prove the market that you were right on the idea. And sometimes it does work in the sense of you have a trading idea, you get stopped out, and then a little bit ahead, you put in the idea or the trade again. But it's, even though it can work, like for example today, I took a loss up here. Maybe if I would have seen this market go up here, and then now push back, if I would have sold here, stop above the high, maybe I would have benefited from this move. The problem with doing that, the problem with revenge trading and that type of psychology is that even though it may work, sometimes it's gonna not work more. So most of the times that's gonna result in a loss. And you train the mind, when it does work, you make a synapses there, and you train the mind that that's an okay behavior to prove the market wrong, because hey, you know more than the markets. And so even though you got it right once and it proved to be an amazing profit loss outcome, emotionally for your trading journey, it's not. It's the contrary. It's going to set you back because you're reinforcing the idea that revenge trading and getting in after a loss and trying to know more than the markets, that is a good approach. So it's definitely something you want to avoid. And then obviously one of the strongest emotions is FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. It's very easy to have gotten in on this, on this move down. I didn't have a clear setup in terms of like having, what we follow, the strategy that we follow. Just looking over here, when these sellers got in, I could have gotten involved here, but again, the stop loss would have been above this high where these buyers are, which would have been, very, very inconvenient, very high. Same here. These sellers, I probably could have gotten in short here with the stop loss above this high, above this level here where the buyers were. Same, story here, right? Short stop loss all the way up here. I mean, it's not a good move. It's not a good move to have such a wide stop loss with a low account. Oh, this is bad. This is bad because these guys got trapped here. Yeah, this is not good. We have a. Did I do it again? I did it again. Okay, so we had a trap there, but I definitely don't want to get involved here. I don't think so. I don't think I want to get involved here. It's too risky because of this tight consolidation here. It could go either way. Let's wait for this to load here real fast. Yeah. You see how this is like a very tight range. We got buyers and sellers positioning themselves here. I could try to sell here, stop above this level, but again, it's just such a tight range. It could go both ways. It could go up. So I'm gonna hold off on selling here. Again, I would love to see a pullback, a deeper pullback up to this level. We may not get it. Heck, we may just consolidate for the rest of the day. We're coming up on an hour and 35 minutes from market openish, right? So we will see what what the market gives us in the next hour or so. If we don't see a nice structure, then we will call it and book in 2 losses here. Well, they're already booked in, right? But for the day. But yeah, just analyzing how we think about losses. Tom Hogarth, in The Best Loser Wins, the way he proposes this scenario is to think that every trade you're going to take is going to be a loss, right? So accept that reality. This trade, has confirmations. It's a good trading setup, but it's going to be a loss. Why does he think in that manner? Well, there isn't a strategy that's 100% accurate. So even if you have an 80% win rate, you're going to have losses, 20% of them. So his viewpoint, kind of what he teaches in the book is, hey, this next trade that I just placed or I'm about to place is part of that 20%. It's part of that loss. And then if the market does not agree with that hypothesis, if the market does not agree with that idea, then it turns out it is going to be one of the winners, and I'm going to scale into this trade. Make sure my winners are much higher than my losses in terms of P&L, much larger. So I like that idea. I think that is a very wise approach to the market. It really helps understand, it helps control FOMO and keeps revenge trading at bay. So something that has really helped me be a little bit more patient. I still struggle with FOMO every day. Even today here, I think FOMO was a big part of me selling here. I saw this buyer right here. Where is he? Saw 62 buyers getting trapped in a huge position of sellers. And I said, you know what? This market's about to melt. It did, but after a pullback. So yeah, let's see what happens here. Again, same kind of scenario. We're still in a very tight consolidation. Buyers getting in here, trapped. Sellers getting down here. It's very tempting to take this sell. and just push, wait for like this, or predict this breakout here to the downside, just because we have enough trap sellers or buyers. But it's very, very dangerous, very, very dangerous, very risky. So we're gonna wait for, what we're gonna wait for is either this breakout happening now and we're not on it, so for it to break and then retrace and then come down, maybe get in on that leg, or for it not to happen now, market make the retracement that we've been patiently waiting for, and then sell up here. So we'll see what the market does, and we'll just react to whatever the order flow is telling us. All right, I'll be right back, taking a quick little break, and see you soon. Okay, market continues on a heavy consolidation. Very tight range. Let's see where we where we push out of, we have to just wait here. This is a very, very sideways movement. And again, we may just get this for the rest of the session. No clean break or, nothing. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Continue to wait here for market to provide a opportunity to trade. So again, sell bias was on point. Market made a little impulse here to the upside and then just crashed. And we're going to continue waiting. I think we make a higher high here. Could be wrong though. I think we push up here. Fake this breakout to the highs, and then sharp. We'll see. No point in predicting anything. Just reacting to order flow. I wonder what gold did today. Let's look at gold. Let's do a new tab. Actually, you know what? We should probably do new window. Let's just look at gold. It's gonna take a minute for this to upload here because it's uploading the data, the ticks, and the indicator. So just wait for. Give it a second here to updates. Nice. Okay. All right, more buyers stepping in here. This zone is being heavily bought. Oh, more buyers. Okay, it's still loading the indicator. All right, buyers pushing the market up. Yes, sir. Buyers moving the market up. I've been thinking about doing like a while we wait for our setups, just to read a little bit on just different trading books every day. So I think it would be an interesting part of the stream just to read in between. We're waiting and we're occupying our minds with something else. Obviously, we want to be looking at the charts as well. It allows us to be a little bit more patient while your mind is not hyper focused on the charts here. So I have the Best Losers Wins book by Tom Howard. I'm actually at the end of the book, so I'm on page 221. This book is 250 pages, so almost done here. We actually got into the nitty-gritty, so this is like the exact kind of analysis that he does, and the routine that he follows pre-trading. One of the things that recently we went through here is something that made his trading go to a different level is going over his trades, analyzing his trades, and understanding kind of some patterns that he was having, to try to figure out where his flaws were, and then he created something that he called the Book of Truth. Um, so after going through all his trades, which was a very crazy ordeal, this is what he says. So here goes. This is page 219. I went a couple pages back here. He says, here goes. I had periods where my win rate exceeded 85%, which is amazing. My average profitable trade was less than my average losing trade. So this is one of the biggest mistakes, right? For traders, they have a high win rate. However, when they win, it's lower than when they lose. So you're not really profitable, right? Number 3, I was a winning trader, but my big losses were seriously denting my overall P&L, which kind of we just discussed, right? 4, I traded well in the first half of the day. 5, I traded well in the first 3 to 4 days of the week. So afternoon trading was an issue for him, and also end of the week trading. Let's do a little pause here. So we have a lot of buying power here on this leg up. Again, it looks like we are going to get that impulse to this area. Buying is just too risky today, at least for me. I'm not interested in any type of buys today. So we want to see the market reach 24,756 at least. This is the value area high of the first 45 minutes. Okay, let's see what the market does. I'm trying to call out these levels, but in reality, we just have to wait to see what order flow does. All right, so we got more buyers here. All right, so he traded well in the morning. Traded well in the first 3 to 4 days of the week. 6, I often gave away much of my profit from the morning session when I traded in the afternoon. I often gave away much of my weekly profits on Fridays. I would do very well on range-bound days. I would almost always miss trend days, and I would often fight them. My biggest losses came from fighting trending moves. So, great nuggets, great insights on his trading. It says, the breakdown of my performance was incredibly cathartic. I took great pleasure in reviewing my own mistakes because it felt like I was actually meaningful, moving towards a better version of myself. One second here, just gotta. What is this? Just got a message here on my phone. Interesting. Okay. So let's continue here. I took a very time-consuming decision to put all my trades on the relevant charts. I created a PowerPoint containing every trade to give me visual imagery of my performance. This is the Book of Truth. I will argue that this process stood out as the single most beneficial practical exercise in enhancing my performance. I was, and I am, confronted daily with all my flaws, and I have a visual representation of those flaws. It seems as if the act of portraying a loss in a visual representation is a much more powerful tool for change than merely writing "don't trade without a stop loss" on a post-it note and taping it to the screen. Just make a quick pause here. So market continues to go up here again, 24,756.75. We want to see what happens at this level, and especially at this level. This is the daily low, so we may revisit this daily low and see if we just see what happens if we get some buyers getting trapped here. So 756 is where the value area high is of the opening range, and then 785 is our daily low, previous day low. Um. Okay, so I use the PowerPoint file to warm up every morning before trading begins. I'm reminded of things I'm good at and the things that tend to be my downfall. It has become an integral part of my process to ensure I'm acting in my own best self-interest. When I started the process of visually recalling my old trades, my old hurts, my old successes, I felt an empowering surge to replicate what I was good at and avoid what I was bad at. Very logical. I immediately began to trade differently. I immediately saw measurable improvements in my trading. The results were immediate. Even if I had to get used to the new way of thinking, I made more money. I became much more trusting of the markets. I trusted that I would be given an opportunity to make money every day. This is so true. Every single day there's opportunities in the market. And this is why just having that idea in mind really helps with FOMO, right? Because why do you fear missing out when every single day you'll have a trade? So this is very good. Me saw measurable improvements in my trading. Okay, the results were immediate. Okay, I already read that. Even if I had to get used to the new way of thinking, I made more money. I became much more trusting of the markets. I trusted that I would be given an opportunity to make money every day. As odd as it sounds, I began to trade less and I started to make more money. Sure, I wasn't perfect from day one. I'm not perfect today either. In fact, one of my beliefs is don't insist on perfection in trading. One truth I came face to face with was less is more. There was a clear relationship between the time of the day and my profitability. I was nowhere near as profitable in the afternoons as I was in the mornings. Would I make more money if I just traded mornings? The statistics said yes. My heart said no. I wanted to trade, and I felt, or rather, my belief dictated I had to trade in the afternoons. How else could I call myself a trader if I only traded part time? It was a process of trial and error. This was the immediate benefit from the book of truth. But I didn't stop there. I began to seriously question my motivation for trading. I argue that in a business like trading, where 90% fail to make a positive return on their trading account, the only way to separate yourself from the masses is to acknowledge that your mind is either your best friend or your worst enemy. If you don't prepare your mind ahead of the game and you experience adversity during the game, your mind will most likely work against your prime objective. What an amazing sentence. If you don't prepare your mind ahead of the game and you experience adversity during the game, your mind will most likely work against your prime objective. Your prime objective is not to make money. Your prime objective is to follow the strategy you have developed. More importantly, your prime objective is to follow the process you have designed for yourself. If you follow the process, the outcome will take care of itself. I don't set goals. I just focus on my process. I am a process oriented trader. I don't think being overtly goal oriented will help you achieve your goals. Of course, the goal is to win, but a mind subjected to adversity is a mind in stress. A stressed mind needs structure and process. Otherwise, it will succumb to feelings of fear, revenge, and desperation, and the decisions it makes will originate from these feelings. Who wants to make decisions about the well being of their financial health based on fear or stress? The mind needs guidance. I read about an American football coach who, during the halftime break, gave specialized talks designed to reawaken the imagination of the players on his team. One time, his team had taken a beating in the first half of the game. During the break in the locker room, the coach put on a special video he had prepared. It showed some of the greatest comebacks in football history. The purpose of the video was to give the players a path out of their stress state. It gave them mental imagery of what was possible. Coupled with the right kind of motivation, encouraging the players to focus on the process, staying present in the moment, waiting for the right opportunity, and trusting the process, their minds had gone from being stressed to being prepared. I want to remind you that the first part of my trading life was spent on a trading floor, observing traders, thousands of them, go about their daily lives. I am adamant in my claim that those who were behind at halftime had no mental tools to help themselves.
and the result tended to dig the hole they were in deeper and deeper as the day wore on. Leaving the old self. Remember how Maximus ritualistically rubs dirt on his hands before combat in the movie Gladiator? How, through this symbol of mental preparation, he was leaving his old self behind? Well, I too have to leave my old self behind. I too have to become someone else for the day. Charlie D. Francesca, the legendary bond trader in the pits in Chicago, said that good trading goes against normal human instinct. To succeed, you have to get used to being uncomfortable. That's so true. Trading is a battle of the self. Every morning, I have to shed my skin and become someone else. The Book of Truths is a key to my transformation. It arouses a desire to do better than the old pattern of behavior. Okay, so we reached the the low of the day. So this is a very healthy retracement. This is exactly what we've been looking for. We have the low of the day. And now we just need to patiently wait to lose momentum to the outside. Obviously, we're not trading now. This would be a grave mistake. A lot of volume going up in this move. I want to see slowing down. I want to see buyers accumulate up here in this zone. And we also want to see buyers getting trapped, sellers coming in. We may even visit this area here. This is the last low volume node of the session from, let's see, 24,815 to 24,841. So we may get a push to this level. I'm going to keep my stop here above this LVN. Right, this is above the LVN. Yes. Okay. And then let's just wait, see if we get some slowing down, some buyers, and then we short this market. In the meantime, let's continue reading. This is such a great book. Okay, so trading is a battle of the self. Every morning I had to shed my skin and become someone else. The Book of Truths is key to my transformation. It arouses a desire to do better than the old pattern of behavior. I am certain that had I not taken the steps to focus on my mental game and confront myself daily with my old behavior, I would not be where I am today. I argue this to be the case based on my observations of diaries. One of the catalysts for my trading transformation came from tidying up my old office cabinets. I found old trading diaries in which I had meticulously described my trading day. As I read through the diaries, which spanned a decade, I saw how desperate I was to make trading work for me. I saw how day after day I promised myself not to add to losing trades, how I promised myself not to trade well from Monday to Thursday and then lose it all on Friday, how I promised myself I would stick to one setup, and so on. As I read page after page of trials and tribulations, mostly trials, I realized that the Tom whose words I was reading was in real pain. But he was not transforming. He was repeating the same mistakes, day after day. He might have been increasingly technically competent, as the studies took him deeper and deeper into expert territory of technical analysis, but he kept making the same mistakes when his mind became stressed. As if I said before, it was not an epiphany. My change came slowly. It was gradual realization that all my chart studies didn't move me meaningfully towards the goal I wanted to accomplish. I read that completely wrong. It was a gradual realization that all my chart studies didn't move me meaningfully towards the goals I wanted to accomplish. Rather, they merely distracted me from the real problem, which was my behavior when things did not go to plan. Instead of focusing on the process and having tools to get me to operate from a stress free mind, I succumbed to foolish trading, intending to make back the lost ground. I mean, this is just trading 101. This is what we all do. My mind desperately wanted to get rid of the pain of having lost money, and its solution was to chase every movement in the market recklessly. And all I did was dig the hole deeper and deeper. The Book of Truths will give you up close, face-to-face time with your own shortcomings. It made me realize what my faults were. I also started plotting my good traits. I felt it was necessary not just to remind myself of the behavior I wanted to avoid, I should also remind myself of the behavior I wanted to strive towards. The charts I use to prepare for each trading day to warm up are my old trades plotted on a chart. That way I can emotionally relive the trades and reinforce the behavior that is good for me and remind myself what my weak points are. So this is a very good idea here, right? To create a book of truths. Very, very good thinking. Okay, so we have some slowing down here in the markets. Volume slowing down. It picked up a little bit here from 1523 to 1623. Got some buyers involved, sellers as well. I want to see a little bit more of a halt on volume, but we are entering this volume node right here. Let's draw it as a rectangle. So I want to see what happens here. If we get a strong reaction to this level, which it looks like we are getting. Okay. All right, I'm gonna set the book down here for a second. We may be looking at a possible entry. Let's see what volume does. I think volume is coming down here. We have 42 buyers at this top. Let's see. Nice little rejection of this area. 83 sellers coming in. I need this market to push below 24,780. Okay, I think it's wanting to come down now. 798. These buyers are really pushing the market up here at 24,800 psychological level. Let's see what happens. Okay, market trying to push this level. Buyers fighting hard. Now, this is a battle. This is a heck of a 1v1 here. All right, buyers starting to push the market up here again. Volume going down. I love to see this volume dying out here. Let's see. Are we going to get another push up? Is 24,800 going to hold? I'm thinking I risked $200 here. Be a $50 more risk just to have a wider stop loss due to the volatility of this market. I'd still be within my 500 daily loss limit. I have 198 left. Let's see what happens here. My stop would be around here, and then okay, volume increasing to the downside, but it's not wanting to hold. I mean, they're protecting it for sure. No questions asked, right? Seller stepped into this in this low value node. It's not even going anywhere. So I like that. I just need a nice impulse to the downside, breaking this level here. I have to put my stop up here. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. I'm going to get in on 1 micro. Literally on 1 micro. But we are targeting this low. So it is what it is. Okay. We're breaking the 800 level. Problem is we also have the daily low here. So this is a little bit of a riskier trade. More buyers stepping in. Oh, I think they're going to push this market up. I think they're pushing this market up. I dropped some volume on the downside here. But I like this volume. See there, I mean, there's a lot of selling power here. A lot of sellers here. I like this. I like this. I like this. Yep. I know there's a lot of sellers there. I want to see this market push down. Trapping these buyers here. There it is. I almost want to get in here just to get a better contract, but I have to let's just wait for our confirmation. I'm still at 2 contracts, so it is what it is. I'm only risking $100. At 3, it'd be here. I'd risk like 200. I need to see sellers get in here. I respect this level. Sellers. Waiting on sellers to come in. Lost momentum to the upside. I just need a seller. I just need a seller to come in at this level. No? Okay. This is why you want to wait for confirmation. Retesting the low volume node again. I need a seller. Do not get in until you get a seller to confirm. May take a trade here, waiting for sellers to come in and see what they're gonna do. I'm holding. We're just gonna hold. We're like Mel Gibson and Braveheart. Hold. I love that scene. If you've never seen that scene, definitely check it out. Okay, market is kind of leaving without us here. But I don't have any sellers that are actually getting involved, so we're gonna wait. All right, 1 contract now. We need to wait for sellers to come in. This LVN got protected. All right, volume went up a little bit. Not too much. I want to see like a seller just come in here and dominate. Market retracing. Seller? No seller. The problem with this level is the problem that I have with this level is the daily low at 24,780. 85. It's really the problem that I have with this level. It's going to want to consolidate a lot here. All right, so lost volume on this retracement. I just need a seller to confirm that he's getting in, and I will sell with you. I will be on your side. No. Retesting the LVN here. Is it gonna break this LVN? I don't see it breaking. I just don't see this breaking this LVN. I mean, is it really gonna break this LVN? No, I don't think so. Such a tricky scenario here, because first we're in a tight consolidation, right? Second, we're at the previous day low. So another seller came in to protect this. I need sellers on the bottom end of these buyers, not on the top end. I love these sellers getting involved here. There's a lot of selling pressure, but they're not, buyers are not giving in. And I need, this is just one contract. Yeah, the buyers are just really putting up a fight. I mean, there's a lot of selling at the top here. Buyers stepping in. Do I get a seller here? Please tell me I got a seller here. Losing volume to downside, no. It's gonna retest the LVN. Absolutely. It's gonna come back up to test the 24,809 level. Unless we get like a seller come in here. Oh, it really does not want to go down, huh? Tight range, okay. We have a seller come in here, but still a lot of buyers. Okay, now I get the seller. Jesus, now I get the seller. I'll get in on one contract, bro. I'm getting in at the worst possible time. My current risk is $170. 1 micro. Just crazy. I really don't like where I got in. Volume probably dying down now too, right? Why would this seller get down all the way down here, you know? Just, I mean, that's how it's been all day, all session. You just have to wait now. I mean, how big is this stop loss? This is like 300 ticks. Yeah, 331. I mean, it's just crazy. Oh, this is gold. Okay, I'm closing this gold here. Not getting confused here. All right, volume went down. I mean, our volume went up here a little bit. I'm in the trade. You know, but if I'm risking $173. How much risk would it be to put my stop above the LVN? It would be 204. Okay, let's do that. Just risk up here. Might as well just be on top of the LVN here. And then we'll see what happens. More sellers getting involved here. The problem is, on 1 micro, I mean, I'm gonna make $50.
on one micro. It's just too big of a stop loss, you know. If I make it all the way down here, I'm getting $390. But this is like 1,000 tick move. Why did I do that ruler? Oh, the only reason why I decided to actually get in is just to get into 706 to get in, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna scale in, you know, on the way down, because with one contract, I mean, one micro contract is gonna be crazy. But we have all our confirmations in place. We have a trapped buyer. Just needs to be very ready to scale in here once volume starts pounding. It should pound any second. Be ready to scale in. All right, let's see what happens. Currently down $51. Such a bad entry. Just horrible. Like all the way down there, you know. I don't know why it took so long for us setters to get involved, you know. Let's see what it does here at the LVN. I mean, we had a whole bunch of selling pressure here. And the problem again is this the low of the previous day that's in the way. But this is going to be our last trade of the day either way. If we take this loss, we're done for the day. Very wide stop. Why sellers took so long to get involved in the market? Volume increasing here to the upside. Not great for our position. And buyers getting in here, pushing the market up. I think we're about to blow past this LVN, man. This is kind of where I should have gotten in at. Buyers getting trapped. Do I want to do this? That would bring my total risk to 3. Probably should not be adding to this position. I mean, setters definitely defending it. Would bring my total to 322 on one position. I'm not gonna do that. I'll just take the loss. And tomorrow's another day. We have more trading opportunities tomorrow.
All right, and we are getting ready to get out of this position. Can you imagine?
That'd be so funny. That would be like hilarious. That would actually be kind of funny. That would be like hilarious. No, I don't think so. I haven't guessed up that. There's no way. I mean, it is the LVN, right? Can you imagine? No, I guess up that.
Order
Yeah.
canceled.
Okay. All right. So I am done for the day. I am lost $504. Three trades. Was looking for shorts all day. Let's just do a quick recap here. I don't think this was necessarily a bad trade. I followed my strategy here. Had some buyers come in at this top here. And you know, sellers trapped these buyers here. I got in the market here, stop loss above these buyers, got stopped out here. Market went a little bit up, and we saw it all day, right, going down. So direction was generally on point. Did not participate in any of this move down here, which again I could have if I would have done the same thing I just did now with a very wide stop. So here I would have done in here. Let's see how big of a stop. So let's say around here with a 300, again 306 stop would have been a very nice trade. Yeah, other than that, I mean, here is where I got a little bit of FOMO, and here's I think where are we? Okay, so here sellers took over, or not took over, but a lot of sells activated here. This was the low. It took out a lot of stop losses, and I confused that with you know, sellers coming in. Took me out here for the second trade, and then here I was very patient. Even read a little bit of our book here on psychology. A lot of consolidation, I knew the market was trying to make another push up here, and yeah, I ended up reaching my limit reached for the day, and yeah, I won't be trading anymore, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day, more opportunities. Just did not have any of the winners for the day, so we'll see. All right, that's it for today. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.